if you're not married by the age of 30, you only have a 50% chance of getting married. And if you don't have kids by the age of 30, you have a 50% chance of not having kids. You should know that. And I'm not telling you anything that is that provocative. It's just the data, right? Having children are a gift from the Lord. And unfortunately, our culture de-emphasizes it.
To add on to that, for the women who are getting married after 30, that's okay. I'm trying to bridge the gap here because it is okay. And
there's nothing wrong with it, right? It's
right.
Just, I find.
No, it's good. This is good.
No, if you just want happy talk, then that's fine.
It's good. God is good. You'll find your human. I found mine. And he's amazing.
All right, so what you guys may not know is that this was actually personal for Erica because when they got married, I believe she was 32 and he was 27. She's actually like 4 or 5 years older than Charlie Kirk, right? So I think that, she's looking at her own experience and saying, look, if it ends up being that you end up going past your 30s when you get married, like it's okay. And I get that from her point of view, and I also get Charlie's point of view because his point of view is, look, the norm today is that you forgo getting married, having children early in your life so that you as a woman can build your career. And then after you do that, then consider settling down and marrying and have children. And from a statistical perspective, which is what Charlie was driving at here, is that when women wait that long, their chances of finding someone, of getting married and having kids drops significantly, right? So, and part of the danger here is that people tend to look at the exception, not the rule, when it should be the other way around, right? If the average is that when you get to 30, you're not finding somebody, then don't look at the exception, right? Like, don't look at Erica Kirk as like your primary example of how to do things. No, you look at the average, right? Because you want to give yourself the most chance of finding that someone, of having children, if that's what you want to do. So in that case, even with the youth, the young adults that we deal with within our church, we tell them like, look, you should have your stuff together, right? Especially the men, right? You should strive to have a career, to be able to provide, or at least have an idea of where you're going, right? Have an idea and have a plan for the responsibilities that will come when you get married, right? You get those things in order. And don't wait until you're 30, 35, 40, 45 to think about these things. Do it early. And especially for women, that's going to be crucial. Because what happens is, and we see this often, is that, women build, they spend 4 years of college, let's say another 4 years of a career, right? Call it 8 years total, where you've built this thing. And then once you have children, well, guess what? Now you just want to be home and stay with your kids. So it's not a waste, but the thing is that you think about the priority and where you want to be and where you want to end up long term. Like, that's the key here. If you want to have children, if you want to have a family, then you should do that sooner, right, in your life. And then later on, which honestly, to give him credit, something that I didn't think about is that, look, you can get married sooner. You can get married at 18, 20, 22, 24. Do that. And then later on, once you, again, these are for women that want to do this, that want to be a stay-at-home mom, right? Obviously, you got to find a man that can actually provide that for you, right? That's number one. But if that's the case, right, after the kids leave the home or they're older and now they're going to high school or college and you're no longer doing the whole homeschooling thing and all that, then now you have 20, 30, even 40 years of looking into a career, right? And I just think that a lot of women are not thinking about that. And I think like that's the piece that's missing here. The same way that a lot of young men or individuals are getting pushed, hey, right out of high school, you need to go to college, and that's like the thing, right? We're not considering the trades. We're not even considering technological fields that wouldn't even require a degree. It would require a 1-year certification or 2-year certification and significantly less money to get in than college, right? The same way that, we fed people, hey, you have to go to college, and they're not thinking about other alternatives. I think that for women, it's been the same thing. It's like, hey, you have to be a career woman first before you think about family and children and marriage. And it's like, no. That doesn't have to be your path if you don't want to. If you want to prioritize family, if you want to have children, and ultimately, if that's your end goal, then you can start earlier and actually give yourself a better chance of achieving that. But I love this interaction. I thought that it was pretty interesting to kind of see them, right, as a married couple, advocating for both of these sides. So let me know what you think in the comments below.